Hey everybody, to begin the video, I want to introduce a new thing with my channel because I heard that apparently audience interaction is something that gets your viewers more likely to come back or something, I don't know. Basically, if you want to send me a comment in the video description, only this video description, basically any video, when I look at those comment section and I see a comment that I like or particularly enjoy, I'll read it in the video. And the one for today, because I picked this one because it was sweet and it was nice that someone was worried. But they asked, who was it? I don't remember their name. I'll go check. Alright, so I found it. This comment is from Krinix, I don't know, Krinixderg, I think that's how I pronounce it. They ask, how is your boyfriend doing? Well, he's better. He's no longer sick, so there's that. He's out of the hospital. Has been since beginning of December, I think, around that time. And he had to get a trach put in, so basically he has a hole in his throat now. That's fantastic. So now not only is he physically disabled where he's never walked in his life, but he also has a hole in his throat. Oh well, I still love him. Who fucking cares? Another thing I want to clear up before I get into the actual game is I made a book review video yesterday, and I know that the majority of you are here for the furry shit, but I am more than that. There's more to personality than that shit. If you've been here long enough, you would know that I am into philosophy and I'm into literature. For the literature as in like serious literature, not genre literature. It's basically not the stuff that you'd read for fun. It's more, I mean, I read it for fun, but the common person doesn't really read the stuff I read for fun. Stuff like Goethe's Faust and Don Quixote and stuff like that. I'm currently rereading collected fictions by Borges, and he's one of the best writers I've ever read, honestly. I mean, there's life before Borges and there's life after Borges. Anyway, time to get back into this. Right. So I just have to say, I'm not really sure how much longer there could possibly be for this, but considering the fact that the last update, just like those 4 videos I did for the first one, that equaled up to like 8.5 hours. And if this update's anything like that, there's gonna be about 4 more videos, which is insane to me. It's just fucking crazy. Whatever. Awake. Eyes open, blood flowing. Cool, we get it, you're alive, yay. Then, and only then, does consciousness come back. Fuck, I was out like a light. Wonder why. I guess sometimes your body does the work the way you want it to. As more and more senses come back to me, I falter, if just a bit. And I still feel it. That dread presence. How? Why? Well, I'll try not to let it get to me. It won't get to me. Oh, it's gonna get to you. Just the fact that you have to say it won't get to me just tells me that by narrative logic it's going to get to you, and it's gonna make you have a nervous or mental breakdown at some point. Yeah, and dry mouth. Oh, we're back here again. Cool. Getting ready for the day happens in a haze, leaving the room a blur, and walking to Morrow's lab might as well have never happened. And yet we still arrive, ready for a new day of, well, fun isn't the right word, but I can only hope it'll be more interesting than staring at a wall all day. Okay, so I also have to say something. I should have said this at the beginning, but there was a fucking idiot in the comment section, and I deleted his comment because it was so fucking retarded, that asked me, are you gonna do videos for all of, like, the, room choices? And the answer to that motherfucker is, if it drastically differs the story, then I will. If it doesn't drastically influence the story, then no, it's not going to happen. And if there are, like, relationships with different characters in that, then I'm only going to be, like, doing the major things with their characters, because I'm not fucking reading this shit twice. Fuck you. But I already read that. I reclaim my throne atop my stool and simply wait. It's not your stool. Does not take long for him to set things up today. He bounces from machine to machine, checking every readout, informing the room as to what occurred last night, as if the room could understand, and point out a few tools for the day. His energy seems boundless today, rather even a spring in his step. Why couldn't we have Marook instead of this dude? I know, because the fans don't like Marook, because he's a bit too blunt and honest and, you know, actually, like, a cool person. Whereas Morrowind is a really annoying character for me. He is what every single fucking love interest in these shitty games always is, an idiot. Well, he's not an idiot, because he has a fucking PA, he has a degree in shit, but still. Sometimes I genuinely have to wonder how the people who don't like characters like Flynn and Marook function in reality. Like, oh no, someone insults me, I'm gonna break down into fucking tears or something. Or someone said a slightly, vaguely mean thing about me, time to fucking attack them for no reason. I'm judging people too much, and I should just get on with this. Usually his cheery presence doesn't help a modicum. Oh, are you finally with us? Morning, Alex. So tired this morning. I was almost worried. Right, tired. That's the easier word to use. Yeah, sorry. Something came over me last night and I slept like a rock. I must have been more exhausted than I had thought. Right. Well, please let me know if you need anything. Breakfast should be here in a mark or two. But until then, there are a few tests left to run. That is alright with you. Right. Yeah, sure. Gonna eat some water. Of course, help yourself. Not myself. Doc, I don't think I can reach the cabinets. Fortunately, it seems like my cut out last night, and I can just barely reach the faucet if I try. During the dog, I can already see his favorite tool out. But he's gonna say something along the lines of, Alex, I need more blood. If I want to suck your blood, oh no. Or please, Alex, this is to help all of us. You can have it, I'm just being pissy. But why, damn it? Maybe I'll think clearer after breakfast. Oh boy, I really fucking hope the writer of this has the balls to make Morrowind an actually, like, compelling character and not just fat wolf person. I really fucking hope that's the case, you know? I hope he actually turns out to be more, like, evil because he's hiding shit, you know? I mean, yeah, he's doing it for a good reason, but I fucking hate that. If you have something to say, if there's something that might affect me, Just fucking tell me, bitch. That's my philosophy on it. Alex. Shit, right. Well, let's at least see if I was right. Mind if I try and take another sample of your blood? Think I almost have enough to stop taking it so regularly, but it would help me in my research. It was close. Excuse me. Wait. Did I say that out loud? Why is that a fucking cliche with this dude? Oh no, I said something that I was supposed to think in my head out loud. Oh no. It doesn't happen in real life. I mean, yeah. Sure thing. So yeah, my arm room is easy. You can easily change his expression to a solemn yet caring smile. Oh, for fuck's sake, lash out at him, bitch. Grow some balls. Jesus. Maybe be sarcastic. Like Marook. Jesus. You know, they don't particularly like this. And yet I'm still doing it for him. Well, for myself as well, even though I don't understand the benefits of it yet. I don't know. Maybe to, like, you know, be able for you to eat more food. That might be the fucking reason. Or maybe they're just trying to figure out what your species' blood is like, you know? Trying to understand an alien that appeared suddenly on their fucking space station. Like they should be doing. One paw on the needle, they'll find its way to my shoulder. Soft yet massive thumb brushes against my neck. It's virgin. Cool, I get it. Senses go flow. Okay, cool. Honestly, if I have a complaint, well, there's many complaints I have about this game, but one of the major ones is that this fucking game drags so hard. Like, I'm not one to hate slow burn stories. In fact, I fucking read literature that to many would be considered such a snooze fest. And I find it really, really entertaining. But this here, with him describing every little fucking thought he has, gets really old. Especially when it's basically the same thing over and over again. Like, oh, he's taking my blood, and he's touching me and shit. Oh my gosh, so repetitive. Look at it, I'm 10. And I can already tell what people are gonna say. Don't be so harsh. That's not good faith criticism. Yeah, well, that's how I critique things. I'm blunt. I'm honest. I don't fucking hide what I feel about these games. To placate the masses. Okay. You must have done that by accident. Yeah, surely. It was nice for a moment, however. Oh my fucking god, get over it. Cool disconfect. Look away, soft squeeze, sharp pinch, 1, 2, 3, tap on the blah blah blah. Finally makes my eyes, but his grin is balanced until it fires in my face. Alex, what happened? Are you alright? What do you mean? Oh my fucking god, I hate this person. He's way, way too concerned. No, I'm fine, Morrow. That's a normal human thing. Yep, right. Just a normal human occurrence. Okay, that was actually some sarcasm. Cool. Great. Try everything about her not looking in the eyes. But you're not getting better. And so, but I'd say it's probably getting worse. Who fucking cares, Jesus? What caused it? You did. You did. Why did I say that out loud? Oh my. Is it a pain response of some kind? Is it a reaction to the disinfectant or something else? The last time I did this exam, you were fine. Heart rate was spiked as well. Okay, you need to explain the concept of fucking... How does he not know the concept of this? Like, you'd think that they would have... Considering they're so similar, they'd have a similar response. Even if you can't see it under the fur. Like, Jesus. No, just fucking tell him. I mean, I've been wholly truthful with you, Morrow. When you were taking my blood, you kind of rubbed my neck, and, well, I was a bit embarrassed. Seemed like the best way to put it. Although I'm not sure he understands. What was that word before? Neck? Alex? I'm sorry, what? Didn't translate. How does that word not translate? I'm sorry. This AI is so fucking finicky. Like, in some instances, it's like, oh yes, it worked perfectly fine. Way, way, way fine. And they're able to have full-ass conversations about complex topics. And then other moments, for the sake of drama, this happens. Of course not. That would be too easy and would save me some embarrassment. Exactly. It's all for drama. Let's try and say this again. You gently touched my neck. It made me react like that. What are you... Oh. There it is. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Fuck's sake. This is, like, ridiculously stupid. I'm not reading this shit. Just get on with it. Fuck, get on with it. Yeah, it does make sense. Must be here normally. You can touch me, it's fine. Don't want to be worried about. Cool, he's actually telling him to stop coddling him like a fucking child. That's great. Let me rephrase that. I just want to be here. I know none of this is normal. I mean, I'm a fucking alien to you, but that's just how it is. And yeah, that's weird, but nothing can be done about that. You think you could see me less as a patient and more as a crewmate? It falls to one side, trying to understand what I'm saying. The words in my mouth, and I assume it's neural, I can't keep up. It's no easy request. It's a fucking simple request. It's simple. I believe I understand you, and if I understand you correctly, then let me apologize for something else. Something more than you are? I did not have the intention to set you on a tower. Does he mean putting me on a pedestal? But I understand that maybe I haven't yet worse. I've done it without realizing it. Callous and made Ashton be yourself, and I treat you as something you aren't. Alex, oh my god, stop apologizing. He's way too fucking ridiculously over the top with this shit. It's a small slight. Exactly. Why is this being blown up? Here's a start to just be me. Of course, Alex. Wouldn't ask anything else. That is why I like Marruk the best. That exact reason. Because he doesn't care. He treats you like you. Few awkward minutes that stretch unlike marks. An assistant brings up some breakfast. That's right. I hadn't even had breakfast yet. Disappointing to see nothing new, but it's not even a day since I last asked. I didn't expect to see more. Doctor doesn't so much as eat as he does just sit on the side of the desk and watch me. Not staring, just intently checking enemies. He writes notes and reads some new information as it comes in. Tells me it's all good so far. Whatever good means. Oh yeah, of course. Breakfast continues in a silent waltz as Doc bounces from terminal to terminal, setting up future tests and taking notes. It's fine as long as I can zone it all out, but it does feel similar. I don't feel here, per se. I'm just as well in a room I cannot leave, doing things I don't understand, people who barely understand me. It's just, Alex, are you ready? Jump, startled. That's me. Turn the direction of the voice, I see Doctor stand by a particularly large machine in one of the corners. Oh boy, what is it this time? What medical instrument are we talking about now? I amble over and he just smiles. Ready? Oh, I did not. I'm sorry, I can explain it again. Maybe zoned out than I thought. Yeah, please do, Doc. Of course. This is... Well, it is a long, complicated name, but I won't bore you with that. Essential scan, you give us a good look at what's... Okay, so it's an X-ray, or X-ray or MRI. I'm more likely an MRI, because X-ray hits your bones. No. Okay, dude. Okay, whoever's writing this clearly doesn't know... Well, they give you your bone structure, but they don't exactly... Whatever. Now, though, to be fair, I'm probably taught out my ass as well. Again with the talking down to me. No, I should expect some, but it still suck. Explain to him that my species is in space, right? Yeah, I know what X-rays are, Doc. Oh, good. Didn't want to have to try to explain that. Yes, well, this machine will scan you for that along with some other things, although it may take a while if that's alright. So we can do some scans over different sessions. How would it take a while? It's an X-ray. You... Here, let me... No, it's fine. Easier just to get them done, yeah? Right. Very well. Don't mind stepping in. Oh, you could disrobe again. That would be appreciated. You need to put the thing on. You need to put the fucking whatever it is on that protects your body from the shit. Right, of course. Stripping down my actors again. I step in the machine late. What? No, you need the thing that goes on you to protect you from the fucking things. Spacious and MRI. Okay, so you're saying X-ray, but it's basically an MRI machine, or at least close to one. I guess maybe it's a combo of both. We're talking about sci-fis. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Where's the fucking robe thing? It'll be fine. No, it won't. No, it won't. Radiation sickness is fucking bad. Doc steps away before the machine closes. Can't even sit up anymore if I wanted to. Comes back around and I can barely see him crouched next to where my head is. Are you okay, Alex? Do you think you can lay still for a moment, take some scans? Put it on the lowest settings just to be safe. Yes, because that's the thing you can do. Whatever, it's sci-fi. Think I'll be fine, Doc. But, how long do you think this will take? May take up to a mark, I'm sorry to say. What the fuck? So they've advanced AIs, they have fucking supercomputers, they've colonized 3 planets. Well, 2 planets. Terraformed one of them. And yet their fucking, like, X-ray MRI machine takes an hour. Or a mark to fucking do this shit. Wow, okay. Stay with you for most of it, though, if you would like. That is pretty long. As I readjust myself to get more comfortable, there's not a lot of wiggle room. I should also say that if this VN starts boring me, starts making me upset, starts making me not like it anymore, it's being discontinued. I know it's the one that's getting me the most fucking views, but if I don't like it, I'm not keeping it up. That's basically it. I'm gonna do myself on this channel. If you don't like that, fuck off. I'm gonna do myself. If you don't like that, just go. Of course. So he gets up, I hear the machine start to whir, and of course feel nothing. I didn't expect you, but still. Doc leans back. Okay, a mark in a machine that's meant to, like, take x-rays of you, and there's probably going to be radiation. Okay. Doc leans back down. I can only see him out the corner of my eye. Doesn't look nervous, just sad. And so much for me. I'd be happier if he didn't worry so much about me. That's finally something that you're thinking about. That's just great. Out of everyone here, he deserves to be happy that I'm out of the cell. I can't find a way to vocalize it, though. As the whir of the machine drowns out all thought. Okay, I was about to say, it's not that hard. Just fucking tell him that. But yeah, if it's making noise, that would be a bit difficult to talk. We sit in relative calm, which only breaks when Doc gets up to check on something. Gives a few non-committal grunts before coming back to rest beside me. It's cold, but not lonely. I nervously try to check on him every few minutes, craning my head uncomfortably back, yet trying to keep him to a minimum. Doesn't work all too well. Tries to spark up a conversation or two, but for some reason I was unable to respond. I don't think he takes offense, but what happened? I'm just not feeling well, I guess. Maybe tomorrow I promised to tell him. Maybe I'll wait for when I actually face him. Warren continues, and I almost nod a few times, but after everything is done, I feel a few beeps and excited Mara rushes over the monitor. Machine unlocks and slowly opens. Are you okay, Alex? You need help getting up? Extends a paw and I'm quick to take as my legs had nearly fallen asleep. How? Were you crossing them that entire time? Sitting at the edge of the machine, my head feels like it's full of static as I try to regain some function of my body. to which he takes note. Are you okay, Alex? Reach over and use him as a support to get up, prop myself against him. He moves to catch me and once again brushes up against my neck as if just barely. Holy fucking shit. Oh, it's fine, I'm just tired. Really, here, let me... Let me swat him away. I stand on my own and stretch out a bit, letting the blood pump back in my limbs and clearing the fog from my brain. Doc still looks worried and invites me to come sit down as he works in his monitor. Now's the time to ask, but ask for what? We talked about how it's hard to ask for more right now. Even being talked out of that cell is a blessing, but no. Maybe I can... Door slides open, causing me to jump and I want my head to see who could possibly be. Please be the boy. Please. Fortunately, it takes a moment for my eyes to adjust as fuck yes. Fuck yes, a moment of fucking calm and greatness and kick. Oh my god. It's been that long already. Guess I was in the machine for longer than I thought. Doc casually readjusts his outfit and walks over to meet him. You're early. We weren't expecting you for another mark or so. Not happy to see me. And here I thought I was your favorite patient. Ha! No, I hate to say it, but I think you've been replaced. You're so funny, Senno. Anyways, something's come up. So I can't make it later. So I decided it better now than never. Anyways, I was getting bored on my break. I'm not going to judge Marruk and his work ethic. The idea of him coming to see me earlier than he'd have is pretty surprising. Maybe just wanted an excuse to eat lunch early as well. You have such fucked views of this dude. Holy fucking Christ. Won't complain though, even if it's the same stuff as always. I need it today. Basically falling asleep here. Doc walks over and takes a tray from Marook, allowing him to saunter around the lab before grabbing a stool and sitting surprisingly close to us. Fuck yes, it's the boy. As Doc is checking the food, though, he makes a face and pulls out his monitor. Screen struggling to spark to life as he holds it in his massive paw. Squints to see what is written before a sign. Well, it's a good thing you got here when you did, Marook. I need to step out for a moment. Fuck yes. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. Bye-bye, bitch. Get the fuck out. Professor needs me. Face and eyebrow, neither of them notice. Really? I mean... Alright, if you say so, Doc. Can I... Marruk, can you stay here with Alex? What? Yeah, of course. Don't memory ain't that bad. Marruk still looks worried, but he sighs and turns to me. Sorry about this, Oh my god, I don't... It's fine. Holy hell. Stop apologizing for everything. Don't like you. Wants to say something, but he stops himself as he realizes he has to go. Right, I'll be back in a mark or two. Stay here. Safe. He waves and walks out the back door where I can respond. Leaving me to just sigh and fall back against his desk. Damn it. Do need a break, but I also really need to talk to Doc about what's going on here. And now I still feel talk to him. Tell him. Talk to anyone about it. Maybe I'll bring up later with how long these days are. I should have plenty of time. This moment to realize it. But Marruk is staring right at me as I sit and ponder. Our eyes meet and I freeze. He, of course, doesn't say anything as he just sits and stares. So he didn't reply without breaking eye contact. Hi, Marruk. Alex. Thanks for bringing me lunch. Uh-huh. It's like trying to talk to all with this guy. Oh my, you haven't even told him anything. You haven't fucking tried, you idiot. You just said hi and thanks. It's not a conversation. Actually, he was actually behind all from this time we've talked. But still. You on break, yeah? Yep. Busy later? This has got to be a joke, right? Is he messing with me? I swear we weren't on such bad terms before we... Fucking Christ. Holy... You haven't tried to start one. It's been what? You okay, Marook? Funny thing. I was just about to ask you that same question. What? What's wrong, Alex? Looks damn too scary. You much bigger up close? Too many pointy needles. What are you asking? It takes a moment to look me up and down before making eye contact again. This time, though a faint sliver of blue shoots across his eye. It's not intimidating. It's more like I could see his thoughts forming in real time. That's cool. A window to his, well, brain. Not soul this time. You read like a bad book, Alex. You're sitting weird, as plucky confidential as yesterday's fucking gone, and you can barely even face me. Don't make me force it out of you. Thought we talked about this. Shit, am I really that out of it that even he can read me? Wait, but was Doc able to say that something was wrong? Guess my heart rate hasn't really gone up, but surely he... Alex! Come on, don't fucking zone out on me again. Right, sorry, I just... No, wait. Damn it, Marook. I don't know. Things are weird right now. Got out of that damn cell, but I can't force myself to feel better. I want to shit, but I don't. I still feel scared and trapped, and... The only was to calm down. I was rambling. I didn't know his hands were bald and shaking. Root doesn't reject this time. In fact, the only reason I know he's still there is the soft sound of crumbs falling into his lap, which he gently brushes aside. I'm scared, Marruk. I'm outside that cell, and I thought that would be the answer, but you were right. It's not easier. It's not gotten easier at all. Wow. I'm actually glad the writer addressed that. That's great. The silence persists. A single tear falls on my eye, but I do not let it cascade. Wiping it away before more can be called. Breathing off kilter and jagged, slowly returns to normal as the chill of the lab starts to sink its way through my skin. Oh my fucking god, you simp. You fucking simp. It's cold without Doc. Oh no, however will I cope without the fucking man-child in the room? I'm just gonna say it. Sometimes when I'm like trying to think of things to say in these videos, I pause it and think for a while, and that actually helps me a lot more. And I think if people actually tried to think more about what they're saying, they'd actually be able to communicate their feelings and their thoughts and what they're trying to say to people better. When you're constantly pressured into saying things immediately, when you're in an emotional state, it really doesn't help. Sometimes it does, but sometimes you're so emotional that it just fucking spills out. But other times, you need to fucking slow down and take a breath. Whatever. Alright. Almost forgotten I was talking to a Karen as Marruk stands up, brushes himself off and takes a few steps away. Come on. There's an eyebrow at him, but he does not elaborate. Get up to follow, but just looks at me confused. Is this not what he wanted? Alex, I know you're not a Karen, but I still suggest you wear clothes around the station. Yeah. What is he? By the... Scramble the desk and really hide behind some drawers as I throw my clothes back on. If I had them off all morning, no wonder it was so damn cold. Holy shit, you are out of it. There's no way I'd be able to forget that. Thinking of Marook's sticker a few times. Okay, I love it. I love him. But I think those were well deserved. Picks up the food tray and heads to the door, which opens in his presence. Are you coming or what? We're leaving? That's the wrong word. This implies that something was in a state. Like, the cup. You know, like, he... You know, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. The door. The people were leaving the building. Stuff like that. This... You need apostrophe there. That's not what that was. It was tisk or whatever. Nor me takes a step outside. The automatic door stays open just enough for light to reach the room. As the grays and doldrum blues fade ever so slightly, I can't imagine simply walking out the door. Then Doc saying to stay here. Fucking gross balls. I don't know how static it feels here. Am I Yes! Wait a minute. He had my damn lunch. Making sure That's a great way to get them to follow you. I love that. Smart person. Making sure I'm actually fully glued. I slid in towards the door. And a natural warmth comes over me as the lights of the hallway envelop my form in a mechanical embrace. I love... That's actually a good sentence. I like that. Not sunlight, but enough. Tentatively, I stick my head out the door. No alarm or anything yet. Seems the hallway is empty. Took you long enough. Ugh. During a scene where Rick was waiting to... Oh, you... Don't stop. During a scene where Rick waiting up against the wall just out of sight. Bastard. Bastardo. Where are we going? Just pulls his legs and looks away. I do feel we should tell Dom I'm heading out, but then Nia might not didn't want us to leave. Since I'll be with Marook, I don't think I'm breaking any rules. Not that they're worried to explain to me, really. I can feign ignorance pretty damn hard if we do get caught. I'd say I'm quite expert at playing dumb. Oh shit. Hold on, he's not waiting for me. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't bother asking where we are going again as we head down the more blank corridors and hallways. I guess everyone is at lunch. They're working, I can't tell with this place. There are, of course, some Karen walking around the halls, but they seem even less attentive than before. Catch a few rogue glances, but at this point I'm still too out of it to care. As we walk further and further in explanation, I start to get a bit worried, but the hasty nature of Marook's march stops me able to bring anything up as I'm too busy keeping pace. Pass through a few smaller doors, as well as some massive archways that go around the whole hallway. Are those airlocks? Guess it's possible. I never imagined they'd be so big, though. Eventually the hallways become even less occupied, even less well kept. Paint scratched off in parts, rust accumulated in the fringes, and stains from the continual drip of pipes. Wear and tear finally showing through the veneer of all their technological glory. It's a bit surprising to see, but somehow welcoming. These are things I know. They may not be friendly or well-wishing, but familiarity is in high demand, and I'll take what I can get. Although seeing rust in a spaceship can't be a great sign. Maybe I should tell Rune to come check it out. Is it Rune or Rune? Like Rune. Kind of like that. Whatever. Marook is still a few paces ahead of me. Taking a sharp turn around the portal of the corridor to stop hearing the sound of his footsteps. Turning the corner, I prepare for another surprise. Oh, fuck yes. I love this dude. Marook's amazing. Best boy. 100%, 110%. But this was not the surprise I was expecting. Marook, what is this? Simply asked me to glance before sitting down the tray and taking a seat. I'm not humoring with an answer. Is this beautiful? Is it real? Real? Like, is that... Can't feel my sense. I press myself against the cold glass like a child in a museum. I was not one for astronomy back home. I was. I'm very into astronomy. I like that stuff. It's fun. Space is absolutely terrifying, but I like it. Stars were fascinating but cold. They felt distant and uncaring. They were nothing that piqued my interest. I could always understand why some people liked them, though. They were untouchable gems on display for all to see, and they're all dead. Oops, some of them are. Something to strive for. To the stars and all that. Ad astra, ad prospera, aspera, I don't remember the Latin for it. But this gateway to the void, so casually tucked away in a forgotten hallway behind rusted doors and tarnished glass, has shown me what humanity's been longing for so long. Just an inky vastness. Pinpointed with stellar flames. It's really fucking empty, though. It's terrifying. And it's humbling. These could be the same stars I've seen before, but from a new perspective. Or not. It could be completely new and I'm just homesick. But I'd like to think that humans and Karen can both look up and see the same stars. If that was the case, we would have known about them. You're in a completely different part of the universe. There's no way. I think I should ask Marlon about astronomy. You don't say. I want to know about that since the first fucking update. They're wiping some mysteriously fluid water from under my eyes. I realize Marook has made himself comfy just taking in the view as well. This feels silly. I mean, there's nothing even to see. There are no planets, No view of Ares, no cool spaceships, no nothing. And yet I can't feel myself without looking away. I'm staying like this, unbothered and untethered from the rest of the station for like a mark. I eat my food and I'm cold all the same. Not even footsteps interrupt our silence. Seems like this part of the station is in disrepair and disuse. Myself inches away from a cold death, and yet this is the most comfortable I've felt all week. I was the one trapped behind inches of glass just days ago, but this feels different. Not the one who was trapped, it is. We may be small and most likely insignificant to it, but the void cannot touch us here. We are observers and we have our place. Even now, as the station is surrounded by it, this is a very optimistic view. Holy heck, it's not. Even now, as the station is surrounded by it and we float through it, it is not throwing us to the carnal winds. It is embracing us. Wow, okay, that is very, very optimistic, buddy. It does not know it and it never will know it, but it is at peace. So am I, for at least but a moment. God. Cool, I guess. As I find myself drinking the dregs on my soup, I see Marook on his monitor just excitedly actively scrolling through some screens. You have to thank him for this. Talk to him about all since we got here, actually. At this point, I'm almost afraid to break the silence. Oh. Oh, the boyo. He stretches and looks back to the window. Not longingly as I have, but with the same stoic expression he always holds. Yeah, it's called not wanting to show your emotions because you had serious trauma. I'll assume he's just thinking. Starlight highlights his short fur, almost glistening around the edges of his form. Trying to stare, but I can't help it. Really do need to thank him. Hey, Marook. It doesn't change. Thank you. That's about right. We continue to sit as the minutes roll by. Food runs dry and I get everything together back in the tray. Still neither of us make a move to leave. Trust Marook to keep track of the time, not like I could anyways, but I hate to imagine Doc come back to an empty lab and panicking. I don't like how it didn't change. Like when he said his name, it should have changed it to look at the screen maybe. Eventually, though, he does get up, and as so much without a word, he just nods his head in the right direction. I follow. I caution one last glance outside, which would make it hard to leave. We see a few carrying on the way back, but I'm not as bold as to approach us or even do much of anything really. Probably heard the best. If Doc's hypothesis was right, expose myself to them. Wait, good thing Marook told me to put on my clothes, or it might have been that kind of exposure. As he gets to the door, Marook slices me and makes no of himself to follow. Not gonna wait for Doc? No, you have better thing to do than wait for him all day. You know, I've got to get back to work. That thing come up? Thanks again for lunch, and I won't tell Martin if you don't. Oh, by the eye, Alex, do not tell Marwin. I won't hear the end of it for months if you do. Okay, well. That turns away not so much as a word, but it's okay. You just had a fucking day, didn't you? Okay, right. This place is to be, as do I. Is he already in here? Wouldn't that be funny? Heading back inside, it's still cold, but at least I have my clothes on now. Seeing as there's nothing better to do and Doc still isn't back, I snoop around to see what I can see. That's pretty much all I would do. The drawers are all fully stocked, everything is pristine, wrapped in plastic, and everything is perfectly organized. OCD! Seems a bit excessive, but I don't suppose Doc got his title by being lazy. Checking out the monitor, he was working hard over a series of screens I still can't read, and even more incomprehensible charts and images. Didn't expect much, but it's still fairly disappointing. Just another layer of separation and confusion between us. I sigh and resign myself to just sitting in my chair to wait, but not before messing up some things on his desk, for science, of course. Curious if he really does have a place for everything. Could ask him, of course, but that just feels more fun. Time crawls to a slog, waiting for Marwin to come back from wherever he went. Even ended up napping for a bit on the examination table. Hope he's okay. I mean, I'm sure he's fine, but, like, I can't imagine anything that takes this long is really easy. Especially if it involves the chief. Probably something about the experiment or whatever he's got going on. Wonder if they're ever going to tell me about that anyways. Like, get them under wraps right now, but, like, who could I tell? Just anyone with a neural. Although if an alien came to me and I told my boss was working on some big, crazy science project right under my nose, I'm not sure I'd believe them. Man, I would kill for something to make sense these days. I way overestimated how fast things would be normal here. Even after everyone told me it wouldn't be easy, I just ignored them. Still, I'll figure it out. I have to. Okay, I've had enough. Picking a random book on the shelf, I start through to see if I can find anything interesting. I think I picked one about, well, I think it's about general medical practices, and there's a lot more graphs and charts and images. And the few images there depict tools more than anything. Next book proves equally boring, as it just seems to be a dictionary. What? It's a dictionary! Fuck. Okay, it's in their writing, but still. It's a fucking dictionary. That would be cool. You'd be able to fucking learn their language if someone told you. Maybe a glossary of medical terms. That's also possibly. Either way, no pictures. Oh, boo-hoo. Poor you. Can't even react to the rest of the book. Can't even read the rest of the books unless you're pulled up a stool over to stand on. Short boy. Dwarf. Which, while tempting, I hate from Laura to find out I hurt myself with doing something stupid. I can think of many embarrassing ways to die here, but that's definitely up there. Resigned to the two books I have now, I try my best to find any similar words or phrases. Might have figured out the Korean word for forceps. I'll be sure to bring that up in casual conversation. Oh my, dog, you're such nice... I'm sure they're made from the strongest Lian steel. Yeah, let's try to find something better. After trying to match a few more words with the limited images I have, I think I figured out a few more words. Nothing useful in day-to-day life, or even useful at all. I don't know what the word sounds like, just how to read them. How? It would be written in their writing. How are you reading their writing? Well, what is reading besides pattern recognition? True. Putting the books down, I walk back to the monitor and try and check the time. Although halfway there, I realize they still haven't told me how to read the time here. So I'm not sure what I could figure out myself. But at this point, I'm sure my appointment with Doc has been delayed for sure. It's fine, we have time. All the time in the world, I guess. Worlds. Time works differently here. Not in the sense that the days are longer, but maybe slower? Like, maybe I can go home and only be missing for a day or two. My family wouldn't have to worry about me. I mean, I am safe after all. I shouldn't be thinking about this right now. It's not good for me. Time dilation. I'll just say, wouldn't that be an ending? He goes back home finally, and everyone he knew and loved is fucking dead, and the world is so different from how he remembers and who he's not able to function. That would be a very depressing ending, but it would make sense, and it'd be fucking ballsy. It'd be ballsy as fuck to put that in here, and I respect the writer, the creator of this so much more. Creeping to the door, I don't hear any footsteps, so I step closer, and to my surprise, it opens. Taking a look around, the hallways are empty again. Just flickering lights and dull white paint. Don't think I should step outside. I'm unsure if I can get back in without a key card, and I really don't think Doc would be happy to see me just stuck in the hallway. But he better leave with some sort of entertainment next time. It's gonna take this long. I mean, I know it's just to myself for like a week, but this still sucks. Surely understand there's some kind of enrichment. Maybe I should make it more obvious. If they could even give me my phone back, I'd be happy. I shouldn't get mad at him, it's not his fault. I'm not mad at anyone really, just situation, I guess. And all I want is some help. Outside the door I hear some hurried thumps as someone approaches. Finally! I resume the exact seat I had before he left and just wait for him to come to me. No reason to get an automatic door for someone. Aren't I am sorry that took so long. It was just one thing after another, and before I knew it... Doc, it's okay. Is everything alright with the professor? Oh, yes, he just needed help with things, and... it's a lot. Sorry I was gone for so long, though. Did Marook stay with you? No. No? I mean, he was here for lunch, but he had things to do as well. Have you just been here by yourself, then? Oh, Hux, I'm so... Stop apologizing for every fucking thing! Don't have to apologize, Morrow, and it's not your fault. No buts! Try to see to it that doesn't happen again. Happens next time if... I'll see if you can come with me. Come with you? Yes, I really didn't think that far, just a few floors down. And I don't see why not. You could stay safe from Professor Senna's office just as well as mine. That might be interesting. If anything, I can use it as an excuse to see more of this place. He doesn't mind. It'll be fine. He's got room. As long as I think you'll like it. Not sure what that means, but it's exciting to hear I might be able to see some cool places sooner. Big, goofy grin appears in his muzzle, and he finally settles into the room. He checks his monitor and reviews what little data we had gotten earlier. Also, either didn't notice I'd moved some things around, or he simply doesn't care. I'll assume the former for now. I am still sorry for my absence, though, Alex. I should be free to share dinner with you, though, if you would like. Oh, for fuck's sake, let me choose some things. At least Echo had more choices than this, and that's saying something. That is saying a lot. Yeah, sure. Should I be free, though? Yes, I promise. My schedule isn't normally so hectic. You know, maybe to blame for some of that, although it seems Tyranno has him running ragged as well. Right, well, back to it, I suppose. Now, where were we? Hey, Mar, if you don't mind, could we just talk for a bit before continuing? Talk? Yeah, listen, I know everything we are doing here is really important. It's all for my benefit as well, but I'm still having a hard time dealing with everything. I was curious if we could maybe go a bit slower. A few seconds for Nero to translate my sentence as Maro's expression remains unchanging. Either that, or Doc is having a hard time understanding what I just said, regardless. Eventually, though, his expression tells me enough. Oh, of course, Alex. We can go as slow as we need to. Let me just... Pulls down some documents and pulls out another stool to sit next to me, while still keeping a decent distance between us. You afraid to sit next to me now? So confident on that little bench in the cell. Maybe it's easier when I'm just some helpless thing that can't communicate. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing his seating choices. Alex. Right. Sorry, I think I just... didn't believe everyone when they said that things would still be home when I got out of that cell. It's barely been even a day and I still feel trapped. I mean, I can't even leave a room without assistance. What's the difference? Even being left alone just now, I was scared of something happening. Remain silent or allow me to continue unable to offer any guidance. It's not your fault. Nor is it Marook's or Rune's or anyone's. I'm going like Rune because it kind of like it makes sense, like Rune. The way it's written. Rune just doesn't sound right. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to just sit in my room all day. I want to be able to help you here. I want to be able to try and live a... It's just... It's okay, Alex. Please don't cry. Oh, he was supposed to be crying. Okay, well. You didn't give me any fucking hint of that, but whatever. Please don't... Fuck. Even noticed. How do you not notice that? Reach out a paw for me, but the distance gets to us both, as he can only reach my knee. I'm okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I think I just take some time. More silence. But this time I see ideas for him behind his eyes. Alex, if you need time, I will make sure you can have it. I figured there would be challenges for you in the future, no matter how much I could be there for you. Just hope they would not be so soon. Think time will help, but please, if you need something, just ask, as you did now. I do not expect the medical test to take that much of a toll on you, nor do I expect you to still feel so trapped and alone. But I do now. Ugh. Oh, man. It's funny, doing Marruk's voice is way easier than his. It's crazy. He doesn't understand. Has he ever truly understood what I've said? Marwin, I don't need you to stop the medical tests. I don't need you to not do your job. I think I just need a moment He understands. I was right, but then again, I'm not sure I even know what he's asking, what I'm asking for, what I need. Sitting all in silence as I'm panting. Which I hadn't even noticed what I was doing, slowly returns to a somewhat softened breath. How do you not notice your body doing these things? Still, silence persists. Silence lay steadily, I guess. Jesus. Might have wondered. Might have worried Doc, but I think he's waiting for me to explain what I need. What he can do for me, if he can do anything, that is. Oh boy. Oh boy, you're doing breathing techniques. Blah 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 blah. Maybe he's right, but I cannot tell why. I think I put so much emphasis on getting out that I lost myself in reality of the day-to-day. I'm not free yet, but all this my blah blah blah. Open my eyes to see Doc sitting still as always, but not with the expression I thought he'd have. He does appear to be worried, but he is smiling. I'm sorry, Marwin. I underestimated what life would be like now. Almost nothing has happened, and yet it got to me. Scooches his stool a bit closer and leans in on the desk. Understand this. That this may not be something that I can fix for you. Not right away, at least. But please, I can always listen. I think that when I stepped out of that cell, even though I knew nothing would change, I was hoping that everything would change. That in a day or two I'd be fine and life would be normal. Even though I have no idea what normal is anymore. It's fine that it isn't. I think I'm starting to realize that. It took me a moment to internalize it. I think I just need time, and for some reason I did not think I would. Doc is still giving me a wavering smile, but I do feel as though I've worried him. His eyes dart all over me, expecting every inch, perhaps seeing what I cannot. Eventually, however... Of course, Alex. I do worry about you. I'm sorry. But I also understand that you are capable of taking care of yourself. All I can do is be here for you if you are willing to talk. He smiles, both of the laser eyes are never in silence at all. Warm thrumming for all the machines in the room persists. Still, we sit. Almost a minute passes before Doc gets up. Watch as he goes back to what I now assume is his main monitor and quickly checks on a few things. Alex? Yes, Doc? Would you like to go back to your room for the day? Perhaps just to rest. There was not much more work that could be done today anyways. No, Marwin, it's okay. I'd prefer to not be alone right now. May I ask what is left? Right, of course. Let me see. He was scrolling before turning back to me. Non-invasive scan. Much less intensive than the last. Then, no, we don't have time for that. Let's see, perhaps I could take a few more samples for testing. Not blood, mind you, saliva work just well. Perhaps if there's time after, I can try and find something else to teach you. Although I didn't have time for anything formal, mind you, but can wait if you're too tired. What do you mean by that? Well, I was unsure if you want to sit here and listen to me just talk after a day, if you would rather rest. I could probably explain some more about the station to you if you were curious. If I was curious, of course I'm curious, but I can understand how that might be a bit much considering how Doc found me. But being said, I'm more than happy to learn more about this place. It'll be next to nothing about it, right? No, next to nothing about it right now. I think it'd be great to learn more about the station. I know you're worried about me, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. I want to learn about this place, and it's the only way it'll become normal for me. Finally, a genuine smile returns to his face. Still don't think he really understands what is wrong, but I know he cares. Cool, that's cool. I swear this fucking ceiling fan spins so fast that the fucking thing connected to the ceiling shakes back and forth. It's crazy. Even his words were misplaced. Glad, Alex, and I'll try to find more ways to make all of this easier, I promise. Doc, I know. I trust you. Thank you, Alex. Now, if you don't mind stepping over here. Alright, right. Walk over down this sweet-looking machine with a few rings on it. Here we go. Just put your arm in here and I can begin to scan it. Was the scan earlier not enough? Oh. No, sorry, Alex. That was less accurate and more broad. Did get to see what your bones look like, though. Can't wait to take some time and inspect them more. Go for it, Doc. Let me know if you find anything interesting. Oh, I will. You know, Doc is a giant dog, more or less. I wonder if he has the same proclivity to bones as dogs back home. Probably not. Hey Doc, this scan here?
Yes, what of it?
It's not gonna hurt, is it?
Huh? Alex, did that last scan hurt you? By the heart! You should have said something!
No, I was uncomfortable, but it didn't hurt. I was just nervous. Every other time I've given you an arm, well, you take blood from it, and that does hurt if it's just a little bit.
Well, I'm sorry for that, Alex. I'm trying to make it as painless as possible, I promise. But no, this machine shouldn't cause you any pain.
Thanks. And don't worry, I know you don't mean to cause me any pain. Don't think I phrased that right. Oh well. Jesus. I just don't like this dude. I don't. Like, his character is progressively getting better because they're talking, and he's going to try and treat Alex like an actual person instead of a fucking toy. Like, Jesus. Put my arm in the... I read that, I think. General Eye runs up and down my arm, and his dog asks me kindly to rotate it this way and that so we can get the best scans. Not very intensive paralysis overall, much more enjoyable than the last scan, that's for sure. After a few rotations, and after Doc realized he was asking me to twist my arm in a possible direction, he announces that that's enough for now, and I reclaim my arm.
Well, how was that? Better?
Much. Thank you, Doc.
Well, then how about just one more test for today, Alex? Would you mind if I took some samples from you?
Just saliva, right? Like you said.
Technically, it could be anything, but that is the least invasive method, yes.
Then yeah, if you don't mind. Don't want to try more than that today.
Of course, you can stay right there if you want. I just want to gather what I need.
Taking time, he walks around to different drawers and gathers what he needs. Why are they in different drawers? That doesn't seem efficient. For how organized this place seems to be, he does stop and stretch his head a few times. I guess even he can forget where he put something. Doesn't take long, however, so you only really need a few things.
This won't take long, I promise. Now let me explain the procedure, since I'm only gleaning something.
Yeah, ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Really, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I really am just so fucking sick of them explaining every little thing. Okay, presentation. Alright, I'm curious what he's able to throw together for me. Yes, I'd love to, but could you maybe grab me a glass of water first?
Oh, of course, Alex. I did warn you.
For fuck's sake, get on with it. Turning to my seat, I find the projecting monitor is already set up this time, as it seems Doc has a better grip on how to run all the systems himself now. That doesn't mean it's a flawless procedure, however, as it takes him some time to find the right files and build them up, but when he does, lo and behold, it does work.
Well, now that's been done, let's see what I can find for you today.
You want to tell me about the station, yeah? The Icaro...
The Icaroid 2.
Right, that one.
Yes, indeed. Let me see what would be interesting. I don't believe technical readouts would be very interesting. Probably not worth talking about power consumption. Guess its history ought to be enough. Perhaps I'm going to find some projects to talk about as well.
Is he actually going to finally give me some answers about everything? At least about this station. Ask him about astronomy, holy heck. Marook is going to have a conniption. Yeah, definitely. Actually, speaking of... Hey, Marwin. I'm totally happy that you want to tell me all this, but is Marook going to be okay with it?
Officer Marook has no say over what you are and are allowed to learn, and honestly needs to get over his little spat about all that. Can't have you getting lost or worse while here, and knowing more about the station would help. Swear sometimes that Karen just... Can't imagine not knowing anything about your new... Can't imagine not knowing anything about the station is making your situation easier. Anyways, most of what I will share today is superficial. It's mostly about the history of the station rather than a crucial dysfunction. Find some mastery when you're allowed to move around the station more freely. Anyways, I believe this is more than enough information for one day. Well, as you know, the Icaroid 2 is quite massive. as it can sustain upwards of 500 crew members easily, but in fact the station itself is much, much larger. We only occupied about a third of the station, while the rest is our essential systems and machinery. It even has its own orbiting substations that help take care of any external issues.
External issues?
If any debris or other external materials, such as asteroids, were to be on course to the station, they'd help take care of that, along with fixing any small issues on the outside of the station and the spacewalk. In fact, I believe Director Kieran is trained to do that kind of maintenance.
Really? Sounds kinda great. Can't imagine what it's like to just float out in space. Maybe bring some music and just relax. Kruin also seems to downplay his job. I wonder how much he really does around here. I'm also curious about how much of this place he's seen, since Doc said it's so much bigger than I'd imagined. So is this how it's spelled? I think this is how it's spelled, which would be fucking cool. Just being able to see their language.
The station itself is divided into various floors and subfloors, each with their own purpose. Most care and get around using elevator systems at the center of the station, but as you can imagine, those get quite crowded. Those are, of course, stairs, but, well, if you need to get from floor 3 to floor 10, not everyone's committed enough to walk.
Yeah? How committed are you, Doc?
Be careful, Alex. I could arrange to get out a room on the first floor. Last time I checked, you weren't allowed to take the elevators yet.
Don't think I'm going to remind me of my limited mobility right now, but I think you realize that. But for both our sakes, he moves on. Actually, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should ask the creator to make a conlang for them. Yes, maybe I can make a conlang for this game. That would be fun. And judging from the names like Marruk, Marook, and Kron, that kind of gives me this weird kind of, and also with their orthography being very image based instead of letter based. It's interesting to guess what their language would be like if that was the case, because we have nothing to go on, and man.
Well, yes. Anyways, there are a few ships that tend to us regularly, but most provisions are either on board or rationed correctly to not cause any shortages, which is another reason it's been so hard to find you any new clothing, I'm afraid. It might have to be custom made, as we only get new shipments of supplies every few months. With that being said, I'm asking everyone I can try and find you something sooner.
Thanks, Doc. I did have a question, if I may. Nods. I was curious, why are we so far out? I mean, why aren't we orbiting Leo or any of the other closer planets? That's actually a really decent question.
Oh, good question, Alex. It's a variety of reasons, some that I can't explain.
Why not? A bit too tired for Doc's soft lies today. If he can't tell me something, you better have a damn good reason for it.
Well, because I'm not a politician.
Wait, what?
Society would be the best if no planet could have a direct claim over the station, I believe. It's not that the station itself generates vast amounts of income or something like that. In fact, I'm fairly sure it's the opposite. But yeah, it's partially a Leo issue. Mind you, that's not the only reason. It's also far as to launch deep space probes, study Novale itself, and apparently catch aliens out here.
Well, I know he's right about one of those things. I feel bad that I thought poorly of him now. Still have to make sure he doesn't skip over things anymore. Alright, thanks. Please continue.
Of course. Well, as you know, another important part of the station is sending out deep space probes. That this station is used mostly for carrying space exploration nowadays. If a ship is going to going to another planet for any number of reasons, there's a chance it'll stop here at some point. Let me see, what else is there? Well...
Yeah, Doc?
Oh, it's just another technical document. Nothing interesting, I'm afraid.
Why is he doing this, making it so hard to trust him sometimes? What could he possibly be hiding that better off not knowing? Well, okay. I had another question, though, if you don't mind. Another nod. This is the Icoroid 2, yeah?
Correct.
Was there an Icoroid 1? Wait, what? Was that it? Did I manage to guess what he was hiding? Or is this some other fun fact he decided to omit? Doc, please. God.
Of course.
That was a worrying pause. You don't say. You don't fucking say, mate. How bad could it have been? Maybe he just thinks it will be too much. Either way, no more secrets. Not if I can help it.
Well, yes, you are correct. There was an Icoroid one, and it was indeed the predecessor of this station. However, it wasn't built at in the best of times.
It flew too close to the sun, didn't it? What? What does that mean, Doc?
Well, the Icoroid one was a marvel of engineering, still to this day. It's almost as big as this station room. I've heard even grander in design. It orbited Leo in all its glory and could be seen from the surface at night. It's truly something to behold. But this was before artificial gravity was perfected, and well, one night it decided to rain.
Doc?
Sorry, Alex, this might be too much for today.
No. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, before I was born, but I know it all too well. Everyone does. At first, people thought it was a meteor shower, and then a rare solar flare of some kind. But no. Icoroid 1 had fallen into decaying orbit. Past the red line. Something had happened with the engines or the early anti-gravity tech and nothing was working. Emergency thrusters burned up on fire and communications were broken at best. And all people could see was rain. Sleek, fiery rain.
Doc's eyes glaze over as he finishes the sentence. His gaze becomes unfocused as he stares away towards some unseen light. I think he might not remember me for knowing about this, but rather, maybe he didn't want to remember. That's why we aren't orbiting Leo, isn't it?
That's why we aren't orbiting Leo.
I knew it. Okay, wow, that's a lot. That's a fucking lot, mate. Wow, okay. Hello. The world building is interesting. I'll just say that. I just wish... Because I'm getting the very distinct sense that he's... I don't know, maybe the author is planning this out, but he really should be planning it out if he isn't, because that's how you do good stories. You don't just randomly do them. There has to be a fucking plan. Jason to slowly regain his composure. His focus returns, and he turns to me. He must have some untold sense, some guiding force behind his actions, because as he turns, he smiles. A genuine and deep smile, as if he just remembered that there is joy in the world. Oh boy. There is joy in the world, yes, there is lots of joy in the world, but... for fuck's sake. What is going on here? Oh, okay. My friend DM'd me. Got it. Ugh. Fucking throat hurts, mate. I haven't eaten dinner either. I had lunch, and that's on my channel. I recorded myself making it.
I'm sorry, Alex. I thought that might have been a bit too much for today. It does have a happy ending, though.
It does?
Yes, after that Leo and Urian came to get...
Urian
came together, and using what they learned from last time, they made it better. Much better, trust me. Although, I wouldn't have minded if they made it a bit prettier at times.
It is a bit gray, isn't it?
It's great if you like repetitive hallways, yes, but yes, let me...
We both jump as Dot pulls out his monitor and starts reading something on the small screen. Thought he had that thing on silent.
Excuse me, Alex. Well, you'll be happy to know that Marook is on his way with dinner. Seems like this might be a good stopping point for the night.
Again? That's nice of him. Thought he was only bringing us lunch. Yeah, I can think that's enough for today. Fortunately for my stomach, as it turns out, on the way from Marook means already arriving, as not but a few minutes later, there's some aggressive knock on the door. God, I love him. I fucking love him. I want to smooch him.
Oh, Marook, thank goodness. I almost thought you got lost. Dog won't be silly. I could find their lab from miles away. And I'd just follow the trails of blood or the screaming. Alright, please, maybe not in front of Alex. You started it.
It's calmer in a way to see these two joke around so casually. I mean, I think that's what it is. I'm still curious about how it came to be, though. I, for one, thought Marruk was incapable of fresh. Shut the fuck up, bitch!
Alex.
Maybe that's not giving enough credit. Exactly, thank you. Besides, a rough star's been a lot nicer to me now.
Alex!
Be great if he could be nicer to Rune, though. Rune. That's hard to keep up when you're just... But that's how I'm pronouncing it. Rune. Especially since we're going to be around each other so often. Yeah, cool. Speaking of, I wonder... Oh, that's fucking cool.
Alex!
Sorry, I was...
Yeah, I get it, you're not the only one. Just take your foot so I can put this damn tray down.
Alright, sure. It's for dinner.
So, Doc, anything to report? Report? Dunno, you learn anything interesting about Alex here today? He's secretly a monster or something? Acid blood.
Have you seen Alien? Cause, oh boy. Xenomorphs, man, they're fucking cool. They're fucking, like, one of the scariest aliens. Jesus.
Marook, if he had acid blood, your jacket would have been ruined.
Wait, did I get blood on your jacket?
Yeah, just a bit, it was right. Wait! It's not fucking important.
Wait, I should have done that.
Damn it, Doc. That answers your question, Marook, or rather the one I think you were asking. No. Alex is no more dangerous than normal Karen. Maybe less so, even.
What is he? Marruk was asking whether to be detained. Again! Or something along those lines. I mean, to be fair, that's a reasonable thing to think. I don't know, Doc. Haven't finished your tests, right? Maybe I do have acid blood, just don't want to show you.
Now that's true, Alex. Or maybe you've already taken over my mind and replaced me.
The Yerks for Animor. The Yerks, I think. Whatever.
Alright, both of you can fuck off. Jeez, guy learns Korean and the first thing understands how to get on my nerves.
Make it too easy.
Yeah, whatever. Just shut up and enjoy your dinner.
Thanks again for the dinner.
But really, Doc, anything? And I don't mean like anything scary, just like in general. Again with these questions, Marook. Really? No, nothing particularly noteworthy. Maybe the most noteworthy thing is how similar they are in some aspects. Similar? Well, yes. Alex appears to be quite similar in design to us. Similar skeletal patterns, even their blood is at least fairly similar to hemoglobin proteins. From my current scans, it seems as though they have roughly the same number of organs as us, most of which I can assume serve the same functions. Even their vascular system seems to roughly follow the same outline as ours. My current hypothesis on is that all bipedal, carbon-based life forms might just have these similarities. Was that not an explanation you were looking for? Nah. I mean, that's fine and all, but acid blood would have been cooler. Right, Well, for one, I'm glad Alex doesn't have acid blood.
Well, Marook, what about yourself?
Huh?
You work today, no? How was your first day back in patrol?
Dull. More like first day back getting hounded by annoying questions.
Oh boy.
That's about right. Tayo wouldn't fucking stop asking about it, and I had to take lunch early just to get them up my tail.
What tail?
Anyways, I don't know, Doc, but this has turned out to be a hell of a lot of work. I mean, I was on patrol and people actually approached me to ask me about my day and shit. Me, a full Karen. I mean, I knew that what they really wanted, but still, it felt weird. I can imagine, Marook. Were you able to shake them or... Not really. Not as much as I'd like to sometimes. I'm not able to push someone to the ground or ask me too many questions. Just told them some little scraps about them, went about my day. Usually just kept them off.
Scraps?
Yeah, like I don't know, that you wear codes and can't write. Look, these people are really dying to learn anything. I could have told them that, to walk on your own, they probably would have lost it.
Seems you got a better crowd than I did.
What?
Nothing.
Right. Well, people will be curious. It's just how they are. And unfortunately, Alex, they do have good reason. I myself would probably be one of them if I were not allowed to meet you myself.
Yeah, I guess it does make sense. Guess nothing can be done about it now.
Not yet, Alex, no, but as soon as we can.
Right. With that, I go back to chewing on some salad as Marook checks the monitor while Doc just watches us. Nothing new at this point. Silent discomfort that comes with the end of conversation. It's happened many times before, and yet I feel it might happen less now that there are no walls between us. Maybe it's as Doc said, though, sooner for whatever it's worth. He's right, though. I know he is. Until then, I think I have to make something work for me to try not let the conversations run dry. Try not let another wordless meal pass, as this one already has. Fortunately, tonight I cannot put away the plates and feel ever so slightly less like a burden. Wow, those are some issues you've got going there. Doc's not to worry about them beyond stacking them. He can have someone come and get them. I'd protest, but I don't know what I'd do with them myself. As Marruk heads out to survey the hall, Morrow clears up some last scraps and rearranges his desk for tomorrow. Everything in its place, I was right. Yeah. Morrow definitely is OSD. She's, again, OSD. Fucking OCD. He definitely has OCD. There's no fucking way he doesn't with that sort of thing. As we step in the hallways, I notice the lights have dimmed and the hall is empty. Made me wonder if this area is more akin to an office than anything. So when the shifts stop, everyone just heads home. That's actually probably what it is. It would make sense, but then why are rooms so close? It's the privilege of having your own room weighed against living only a few minutes away from where you work. It doesn't matter. But as you walk in silence, my mind does wander. Marook tells Doc a bit more about some of the people he bumped into today. Actually called one of them his friends, which was shocking. Doc gets a bit more in-depth when Marook asks about some of the tests. Bit too in-depth that Marook's confused grimace and anything go by. Carry on a few conversations, but eventually both just end up walking at offbeat paces, each trying to catch up to the other. Well, not leaving me behind. I don't think they realize I can't walk as fast as them, but as we continue forward, I find myself ignoring them more and more, and just zoning out. The repetitive nature of the halls, blending everything into a grey pattern as we head forwards. Not as bad as before, at least. Pick up a few details that Doc whispers in hushed tones, but nothing more. I do, however, notice as we pass the library door, signaling that we have almost arrived. Once inside the hallway, Doc wishes us goodnight and heads into his own room. Marook opens the door and heads into it without waiting for me. Quickly head into the bathroom and start in the shower. I had enough waiting around for one day, though, so I head to his desk and see if he left anything interesting out. Fucking... Oh my god, it's fine when you're in, like, a public space like Morrow's office, but when you're in someone's fucking room and you do it, it's a bit fucking creepy, I gotta be honest. Sitting in his chair feels good enough as he comes out and gives me an inquisitive look. Looks like he wants to tell me to get up. Or not to touch his damn stuff, but he just rolls his eyes and moves out of the way, allowing me to shower myself. Don't take too long, as I'm just ready to pass out, but I just come in to bask in the warmth, if just for a minute. Getting out to stare at the amorphous form in the mirror while drying off, until I realize that I should just head to sleep. When I get out, I see the lights are already off, and Marook is reading something on his monitor. Guess he has a long day, too. Do you even use those things for other... Do you even use that for things other than messages? Like, can you read books on it? Watch videos? Play games?
Not got a ton of time for any of that, but yes, it can do most of those.
Oh, neat. Well, that was a dud. Maybe I shouldn't ask too much of him right now. Lights are out anyways. To my surprise, he closes the screen and looks at me. End up just staring back, like wet and illuminated only by the backlight of the bathroom. Can't imagine he can see much in besides his silhouette right now.
You, don't care you today?
Yeah, I think so. Didn't you say he would?
Yeah. Something like that. Well, I think it's the same thing tomorrow, though, so maybe get to bed.
Right. Marook checks a few more messages before checking out for the night. Instead of sleeping, he just stares at the ceiling. And I find myself doing the same. A cruel mirror, as I know if either of us were to hazard a glance at each other, we would just end up staring at one another again. After some muttered curses, he simply rolls over and faces back to me, barely covered by a thin sheet. Taking that as a sign, my body eventually follows and starts to relax. I myself once again staring at the ceiling, then the inside of my eyelids, and then nothing. Sleepy. Day 9. Wow. Holy shit, it's not over. And the video, my computer is still at like 50%. 50% charge. So I'm gonna keep going.
Damn, you are lazy.
Waking up to some not so gentle nudges, I shoot up and take a look around before realizing what's going on. He doesn't have much of that, you know. Once I see Marruk just standing there, I realize it's just my morning call. Yawn cuts me off, but he gets the idea as he grumbles and walks toward the bathroom. Sound of a hot shower running gets cut off by the slam of a metallic door. Get up and stretch, and it still feels early, or how early I cannot say. Soon, however, Marruk comes back out and ushers me into the bathroom. Washing off whatever haze was stuck to me, I quickly warm up to the idea of a new day. Leaving the confines of the foggiest room on the station, I see Marruk already in uniform ordered for his day. Whereas I have a towel around my waist.
Alex, can you hurry up? Look is gonna be any minute.
Alright, just give me a second. After throwing on my clothes, there's a knock on the door, followed by a jovial,
"Good morning, Morrow, Alex."
Marruk rolls his eyes but ends up waiting for me to get dressed before we hurry out the door to meet with a singularly tired-looking Morrowan.
Well then, shall we?
Doc leads the way as we head toward the halls. And as it turns out, my hypothesis was correct, and no one is out at this time. Well, not no one, as a few stray Karen make their way for us, but far less than before.
Is this really necessary, Doc? I mean, waking up at the 5th mark and having you here with us. Anything will make it easier for Alex. You know that. Yeah, I'm just saying it wasn't even that bad yesterday. No one even approached us.
Didn't anyone? I'm so out of it yesterday that I didn't even notice.
Yes, but...
Conversation continues in this manner as we pass the library. Head down some barren halls and up a short staircase until we reach the final hall. Once the door is in sight, Marook stops us.
Alright there, safe and sound. I'm headed the other direction. Do you think you'll make it down one hallway?
Without you? Not sure I'll manage.
Yeah, whatever. Look, I'll be back at lunch if I can. Right, thank you, Marruk.
Neat. He simply nods without responding and heads off on his own. I don't have time to see where he goes as Doc continues towards his lab, and I deem it a good idea to follow. Is this gonna be more of the fucking same shit? I mean, I know, like, it's getting progressively more, like, intense. Like, the tests are getting way and way more intense as it goes on. But, yeah. I'm still invested, but at the same time, I wish there was more Marook, considering I chose his bedroom, and, you know, I want to... Whatever. The same blue lights cascade around the room as Doc turns everything on for the day. It's still a dreary light, one that would on a worse day fill me with anxiety. But after yesterday, I'm feeling more confident. Doc knows what is wrong, well, at least some of it, and I know that nothing will change in a day. It's a tenuous calm I have found, but a calm nonetheless. I do notice, however, that the trays have been taken, and there are some new tools carefully arranged on arrayed on Doc's desk. Did he come by this morning already? Or was it those assistants I've heard so much about? Hey, Morrow?
Yes, Alex?
Oh my god, I didn't mean to do that. Did your assistants come by last night and clean up?
Ah, very astute of you. Yes, they did. They sanitized the lab, helped look over some of the notes I took, and brought me some things I would need for the day.
That was kind of them. Well, it's their job, but still. Wonder how long that took. We left so late last night that even Doc was tired. Hope they aren't being overworked. Worrying about Karen, I've never met aside. Some of those new duels Doc look pretty darn grisly. All of them, of course, wrapped in a thin layer of sanitary plastic. Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. What did he say we're going to do today? Just more tests. I lost so much time yesterday that I'm fairly sure we'll have to do some extra work to catch up. Basically, I know exactly what I was talking about because my mom is in the dental field. So basically, we get really cheap dental checkups. That's fucking cool. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I mentioned something about zero gravity at one point, though, and also extreme heat. Maybe it's better if we don't do those tests right away. Even Doc seems to take his time this morning as he walks from monitor to monitor to check everything that was left for him. Just talking quietly under his breath the whole time. Do wonder if anything he's found is really helpful in any way. There's no way this research could actually apply to anything he was doing before I got here. Right? Sure, this is mainly for my benefit, but without the thousands of years of recorded human medical history, I'm not sure how helpful it would be if I were to just get sick anyway. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Just I can't worry about that now. Just gotta hope I don't get sick anytime. Across the lab, Doc calmly shouts for me.
Alex, I can hear you from right here. What is wrong?
Seriously? Our side of the fucking trick is getting a bit tiring.
Never mind.
Should call me. He should call me out on that, honestly. It's nothing, Morrow, I was just stressing myself out. Thank you. It peeks out from behind a monitor with a solemn expression. He's almost too far away, but I can see him scanning me from behind his little glasses. A caring smile starts to creep onto his face, but it's cut off as the sound cuts from the monitor.
Oh, well, I trust you. But please remember when we talked about yesterday.
Yeah? I'd appreciate it if you could remember what we talked about. No, this is what he's talking about. Damn it. Right, thanks, Doc.
Of course. Now, if you don't mind, could you come here?
Walking over, I see some scan of my body up on the monitor. For some reason, I find myself embarrassed. Like some hidden part of me is being shown off for all these care and I don't know. Even though it's just my skeleton, nothing more.
Well?
Well, what?
What do you think? Pretty impressive, right?
I mean, I guess. Thought I told you I know what X-rays are, though.
Yes, you did, but still. Tell me, have you ever seen your own skeleton?
Wait, he's right. That's me. That's not just some example in a textbook or a John Doe, that's me. My feet... Yes, they do. There's a lot of bones there. Yes, you're right. That is impressive. Beaming smile returns as he enlarges a few parts and explains to me their similarities to Karen physiology. And he likes teaching. Seems excited to show me every little detail he's noticed. Even a small hairline fracture on my arm I had no idea I had. Well, I probably know I got it, but still.
Now I have a few questions that you could answer. Maybe you could answer.
Oh, sure, I can try.
It's actually just one question. No one on my team has any idea what it could be, but can you possibly explain what this is?
What is? Seems an implant to the bone or my pelvis. Isn't that my tailbone? Oh, how in the world am I gonna explain that to someone who has a tail? Okay, this might be hard for the neural to understand, so bear with me.
What with you?
Oh boy, this is gonna be something else. It's called a coccyx. It's a fun word, coccyx. Okay, so at one point humans did have tails, kind of, but we lost them. For some reason. I don't really know why, but we also had more fur at one point too, which we also lost. Does that make sense?
Not in the slightest. Why would anyone give up their fur or their tail?
No, it wasn't like that. It was like we evolved out of it. After generation, there was just less and less. I think. Also, what do you mean, who would give up their tail? I'm still convinced Marook doesn't have a tail. Just unlock her the Dr. Muzzles, he understands what I said until...
No, I'm not sure he does either, Alex.
I didn't think that was too rude.
But yes, I think I understand a bit more, Alex. Our species has undergone a few similar changes in our history, but not sure anything so drastic as you described. Perhaps I'm still a bit confused. Maybe you could...
Again with that thing. Really thought he had it on silent. Taking out his small flip phone, he quickly checks what the message is. Assume Marook just wanted to tell him he's coming by with breakfast or something. Faceover tells me a different story. Morrow, are you okay? Does not respond, but he does respond. What?
Surely he must be mistaken. Okay, that's
what he meant. You could have phrased that better.
I told him that.
Gently grabbing the edge of his coat, I try and get his attention. Morrowan? His eyes shoot down at me, listless and discouraged.
I'm sorry, Alex. I have to go.
What's going on? Did they discover where Alex came from? Like, did they discover where we got in the States or something? I'm guessing that's what's going on. That would be cool. I mean, finally understanding how we even got here in the first place and it not being some kind of, like, unexplained isekai nonsense would really be fun, you know? I don't really like isekai because it's always so fucking cliche and so poorly written that it just kills everything. There's never any explanation for it, and, like, the best ones always do some sort of deconstruction with it. Like ReZero. Wait, what? This again? You can't be serious. Can I come with you, then? Looks away, refusing to make eye contact with me. Morrow? He wouldn't. Not after yesterday. Would he?
I'm sorry, Alex. Not today, no. I'm not going to the professor's office.
But, wait, didn't we talk about this?
I know! Sorry, it's not my choice. I can't.
Doesn't even bother finishing his sentence. Barely even get him to look at me as he heads for the door. Collecting what little he needs as he rushes out. Managed to snag his coat before he escaped, though. Doc! What am I supposed to do? I can't believe you just leave me again, without so much as leaving me with someone or something to do. It's not what I would expect from him.
I'm sorry,
Never mind. His coat pathetically flops back into place. I get it. It's the professor.
Alex,
Stands some before quickly checking and closing his phone. As he looks back and forth to me in the door, he tries to say something. Anything, but words fail him. One last time he tries to rally a thought, but nothing comes of it. Theoretically heads out, barely even muttering a goodbye. Door closes. Footsteps plod down the hallway, quieter and quieter with each step. This sounds really fucking serious, whatever this is. Like, this sounds like world-shattering for him to just be like, yeah, what's happening? I'm actually really fucking excited to see where this goes. Fuck! I feel the whole room shakes my anger, at least with a single word. Doesn't understand what is wrong. Oh boy, now we're going on an unhinged rant about things you don't understand. So it's ironic that you're talking about that he doesn't understand what's wrong. When you don't even know why he's running away. His family members could be dead, something... Seriously, he said no, he can't be. So, his fucking father could be dead. Like, that's a pretty good hypothesis. So, you being this I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense why he's this angry, but it's also not justified at all. It's not valid in the fucking slightest, and I fucking hate that word. Valid. You're valid. Fuck off with that shit. Not every emotion and response you have is valid. No, it's not. It's not. Does he? Everything. He's still just in a cage. This place, the anxiety comes crawling back from the dredges of my mind. The corners of the room feel less lit, the blue haze of it all more abysmal. My own ocean to drown in. Abyssal, it said. Not abysmal. Still think you're being a bit dramatic, but whatever. Looking around, I head back to the stool and just sit at the desk. You could fucking leave the room and go to the library and read or something. Better on the idea of just leaving, see if I can find Marook or Ruin out there, but I know how futile that would be. Guess I can just wait. Again. Without breakfast. Probably shouldn't remind myself of that. Notice the tools the doc's assistant left inside to at least see if any of them are interesting. Seeing that I am not that lucky, as much as metal, not so much as an interesting device in the lot. Resigning myself to my fate, I moved back to the examination table and lay down. It was awfully macabre. It's pronounced macabre for me, but some people are like macabre, and I'm like, what? Who pronounces it like that? It's macabre. Spurn's sitting up. Wonder why he didn't bring me with him. Is he that afraid of me seeing something I shouldn't? Or is he vainly trying to protect me? Still. Really thought it would be today that I could start taking a step forward, but perhaps another day. Another day. Did I? I fell asleep. It's probably for the best, actually. Getting up and shaking out my weird bones, head over to the sink to fix my horribly dry mouth. Yep, still empty. No assistants hiding behind the desk or anything of the like. Taking a peek outside, notice it is fairly crowded now as a few people walk by. Only one seems to notice me as I slip back inside. I mean, much rather be out there, but even I don't want to be around too many new Karen right now. Resigning myself to sit next to the door, I can listen to them as they walk by, creating some semblance of company. How was your... Haha. Yeah, we had. You think that... So early in the morning, we're still not anywhere closer to figure out why I can understand them, and yet I'm so lucky to. For all the struggles that I've been through already, I can't imagine how bad it would have been if I just heard them barking. Still, it feels like there's a communication barrier. Maybe I'll never be able to fully understand them, but I'm still confident. Got such a head start after all. Well, maybe I can... Wait, what was that sound? Put my ear to the door. I hear many sets of footsteps, but one in particular sounds different. It's a bit off from the others, less measured and more frantic running. And it's definitely coming this way. Back up from the door as he gets closer just in case it's Doc coming back. Though it doesn't sound like his footsteps, it sounds lighter, but also way less coordinated. Don't have time to wait much longer to figure out who it is as the door flies open as... Hrun? What are you doing here? Propped himself against the door and breathing heavily, takes a moment to gather himself. Looks exhausted. Did he run all the way here? Hey there, bud. I... Cuts himself up and take a deep breath. Sorry I ran. Up like 3 stories to get here. Do you need a sec? Can I get you some water? No! I mean, no. We don't have time. We? I didn't tell you. Let me come pick you up because he's going to be busy today. He did? He didn't tell me. I only got a message a few minutes ago. But we have to go. He must have texted through, and when I realized we couldn't be here. Guess he's going to be busy all day. Why do we have to go? I didn't have time to finish setting up for the day, and I had to head out Simon's, and I have to fix... Rune, it's okay. Let's go. Right. Just stands there waiting for me. Rune, you have to lead us there. Oh, right. Let's go, bud. He nods and turns to head out the door. Not knowing where I'm going, I head out into the crowded hallway. Suppose anywhere is better than here right now. But I don't have any time to think about it as Rune is already speaking ahead. Should hurry up. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's the end of Marook. Marook's part of this. Thank you for reading. I'd like to give credit to Vitsky for the fantastical. Marcy, the Cody help, Xavier Dell, Winter Answer, Oxymonotone. Yeah, I love that Twitter handle. Mixed eyes. Arrows again cross. Well, I guess that's it for today's video. In my spare time, I'll check to see if the other routes have, like, maybe I'll just ask you guys, and you can tell me in the comments of this video, is there any other content that isn't just, like, minor adjustments to the story that happen in the other, like, things? Because if it's just, oh yes, it's the exact same thing, but just you start the day with and end the day with the person, then I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm sorry, I'm not fucking playing that. I'm not doing that fucking shit. But if it is different, then that'll be cool. So I guess I'll see you in the next video, and I'll upload this. After I upload it, you know, when I upload it, all that shit. See ya fuckers, and all that shit.